From the newsroom at news.com.au.
G'day, I'm Andrew Bucklow.
And I'm Bronte Coy.
And this is the latest from the newsroom. It's Wednesday the 1st of December.
A British aerospace engineer says he's cracked one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time, missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370. Richard Godfrey, a founding member of the non-government MH370 independent group, says he was very confident that new mapping technology had pinpointed the plane's crash site 2,000 kilometres west of Perth in the southern Indian Ocean. MH370 went missing in 2014 en route from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, with 6 Australians among the 239 people on board.
In other news, 3 people who escaped from the Howard Springs Quarantine Centre in the Northern Territory this morning have now been caught by police. The trio allegedly scaled the fence and fled the centre just before 5 a.m. Now, all 3 tested negative to COVID yesterday. However, there is a person at the quarantine centre who has Omicron, which sparked fears the new variant could spread around the NT quickly if the trio weren't caught.
To the US, there's been another school shooting. A 15-year-old student opened fire at his Michigan high school and killed 3 teenagers and wounded 8 others before surrendering to police. The suspect was taken into custody and a semi-automatic handgun was seized. One student told a local news station that they were aware of threats before the shooting.
There have been some ominous threats posted in recent days, is that right?
Yeah, that is right. It is. I've been hearing the threats too, and it's like, kids, they play around and say, oh, we're going to shoot up the school or this. You don't supposed to play around with that.
Right.
Like, this is serious. You can't do that.
To sport, Alex Carey will reportedly make his test debut for Australia at the Gabba next week. National selectors are set to announce the South Australian wicketkeeper as Tim Payne's replacement for the first Ashes test. Last week, Payne announced he would step away from the sport to focus on his mental health after a sexting scandal was made public.
Former Olympian Lisa Curry has made an emotional appearance on The Morning Show today. She broke down in tears as she addressed the loss of her daughter Jamie, who died after battling an eating disorder last year.
So many people out there, including other mums, I guess, who are now able to relate to how you're feeling, right?
Told you.
I know, I can't even imagine.
Lisa, we know Mark's right next to you there, isn't he?
Yep, he's here. Sorry, hang on.
And finally, the Australian Commercial Radio Award winners were announced today. Kyle and Jackie O won Best On-Air FM Team. The Best Newcomer On-Air Award was taken out by comedian and Nova presenter Joel Creasy, and 2GB Breakfast host Ben Fordham won Best Talk Presenter.
That's the latest from the newsroom. We'll be back with another update soon.
Follow or subscribe to From the Newsroom wherever you get your podcasts.